All in people. Time for an update vid, I think. So we're 2 races into the season. Had some good results. A few issues. And we're currently working on some, well, we've had a couple of revisions and Josh is working on a few more now. So I can't exactly remember what was put on the last video, but once we got it together, we took it to the dyno, but it didn't really make the power that we thought it would. I think it did 380 wheel at about 18 psi, but we had some issues on the dyno. It was spinning the wheels. It felt like the clutch might have been slipping as well because it was a brand new clutch. Didn't have a chance to bed it in as such. So I think we ended up capping the gate. You know, we took the gate off that we used to bleed the boost, and capped it off, and I think it ended up doing over 440 or something like that. But yeah, it wasn't happy. It was getting hot on the dyno. But as I say, there was a lot of things going on. We weren't exactly sure what was what. So we took it to the first race as it was. And yeah, it was becoming obvious that we had an head gasket issue. Basically, it started getting crazy hot. Even in qualifying, I think it was up over 100 degrees, the coolant. And yeah, it just wasn't making the power, especially at the top end. So we did all right in Donington. I think Joe did a video, so go watch that and you'll see what results we got. But when we got back, Josh took it apart and we found that basically we'd reused some ARP head bolts and they were out of spec. So basically it was leaking between cylinders, the head gasket. So Josh took the opportunity and fitted one of these new Athena head gaskets, which have like a steel ring. So when you clamp it down, it basically seals around each cylinder. So we fitted one of those new ARPs and got it back together just before the next round, which was at Cadwell. Took it to the dyno the day before the race, just to make sure the fueling was all right and stuff. All seemed well, but it still wasn't quite making the power we thought it would. But there was a few issues with my mate's dyno. It wasn't reading correctly. It was a bit of a rush job, basically. We didn't have time to sort of get to the bottom of it. So yeah, we went to Cadwell, but it still performed amazing. Josh was like pole position by a second and a half, even on the 52s. Like, he walked away from everyone 3 seconds a lap in the race until the race got red flagged in the first race. And then it rained in the second race. As you can see, the state of the car. This is still all left over from race day. Still grafted. But yeah, we still got P3 in the race, even though everyone else was on full wet. We were just on 52s. So yeah, still had a good result. But yeah, we still have this underlying problem where it's not making the power. Basically, it's about 380 horsepower, and it should be probably 100 horse more than that at least. And if we run full power, it should be well over 500. So Josh spoke to various people. The graph looks wrong for a Rotrex. It basically flatlines after about 7 grand, whereas Rotrex generally keep climbing, you know, because obviously it's making more boost the more you rev it. Basically, it suggested that the RSP inlet manifold, oh, it's not on anymore. Yeah, we used to run an RSP inlet manifold, which is, if you don't know, it's what comes on a FN2. So the reason we ran that was because when we ran in the 300 brake horse per ton class, we didn't need the peak power, basically. We just wanted as much mid-range as we could get. So that's what we chose to use. Now, we understood that it would probably limit the power at the top end, but it seems like it's limiting it a lot. Basically, we spoke to BYP in Australia. Obviously they run a lot of these setups, and they reckon that is the problem. So we've binned the RSP, bought an RRC, Cadwell 70mm throttle body. Josh is going to make a new 3.5 inch intake pipe, and this won't have a fitting on for the wastegate, so it'll just be all the boost it can make basically. And then we're going to go back to the dyno and see if that solves it. Otherwise there is a problem with this engine, I think, but hopefully everything's pointing to this, the RSP being the issue. Like I say, we understood that it would limit the power top end somewhat, but I did not think it would limit it by, I mean, 100 brake horse at least. But we'll find out, I guess. So that's where we're up to. Josh needs to finish making that intake pipe, and then we're going to get it to the dyno and see what it does. Next race is Super Touring Power at Brands Hatch, the double header. So that's end of June. It's currently the end of May, so we've got plenty of time. So the car ended up weighing 1030 kg, but we didn't do all the things we planned to do. We still got the glass roof. Doors are all finished up now. Dash is gone, obviously. It was a bit of a rush to make the first event, so it's not as complete as it could be, but it's okay for now. So yeah, that's what we're up to basically. We've not really ran the slicks yet. We ran the slicks in the second race at Donington, but had a horrendous time with getting heat in them, in the rears. So Josh has just ran on the AO52 since, because we just know where we are with them. But we're hoping to get a test day in before this next race, and we will hopefully get a setup for the slicks that we know works, and so we can just go out on them. But yeah, there's a lot of variables with slicks. Like I say, you're buying second-hand slicks, you don't know what kind of life they've had. It's just there's just a lot of variables basically. So we don't know whether to try buying some new slicks, so we know where we are with them. But again, it's all just money. But yeah, so next race, June 29th, June 30th, Brands Hatch. Might be at full power. Could be 21 PSI, well over 500 brake horse it should be if it is. And hopefully she goes well. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.